Good morning, this is Sheila at St. Huniero Parish. How may I help you?
Hi, I'm the ticket account executive with the Hartford Yard Goats, and my name is Sean Perry. I work with a number of religious communities in the area, putting together fun experiences here at Dunkin' Donuts Park, and wanted to find out who organizes group outings for your congregation.
Oh, well, okay. I don't know. See, I'm new to the congregation. Don't know what we've done in the past. Are you looking to do something with the families?
Well, so with all the religious communities we work with in the area, there are a range of different types of groups that coordinate outings for the congregations. Like we work with men's clubs, youth ministries, choirs, you name it.
Oh, okay. We do have a youth minister who heads up our youth summer program. His name's Kyle Abad. He's a big sportsman, so maybe he'd be best interest to talk to. Let me connect you with him.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Kyle Abad.
Hello, I'm the ticket account executive with the Hartford Yard Goats, and my name is Sean Perry. I was transferred to you by Sheila, who said you are the person who coordinates group activities for the summer youth program over there at St. Junipero Parish. I wanted to ask you a few questions about the events you've done in the past to see if we can set up a fun experience for you and your community during our 2020 season.
Sure, Sean, go ahead.
Well, have you ever been to a Yard Goats game in the past?
I have actually. My family and I went to our first game last season. We had a great time. The prices were affordable. After the game, the kids were able to run the bases, which the kids loved. You guys really do a great job over there.
Oh, nice. You folks are there for kids run the bases. We do that every Sunday afternoon game. It's always a blast to see the kids outside and be able to high five and whatnot.
You guys do that every Sunday game? Wow, I thought it was just the one game. That's good to know. We're always looking for ways to make our outings with the summer youth program more interactive, both and to make the events memorable for the families as well as to keep the kids engaged.
I understand. What sort of events have you folks done in the past, and what have you liked and disliked about those experiences? Like, is there anything that you would have done to make those events better?
Well, we did a Wolfpack game last spring. We had some challenges. It's always hard, to keep everyone happy with these events. We had our choir perform during the second intermission, which a lot of the families were excited for because we have a big choir and the kids love it. But the kids had to perform from their seats, which are on the upper level of the rink. So some of the families really didn't like how they were able to, had to crane their necks around to look behind the seats to leave their seats to see the performance. So another thing that was before the performance even started a lot of the families of the young kids who weren't in the choir started to leave. So the choir really didn't have all the support that we wanted to.
That's disappointing. Was there any particular reason that the families with younger children started to leave early?
There just wasn't enough activities at the game to keep them engaged, especially the young children who like to run around. There was also nothing to keep them there like kids run the bases activity you guys have there.
I understand. One of the things we have that a lot of families with young children enjoy is our Travelers Kids Fun Zone. It is a space located in the outfield where guests can purchase passes to that features games and a giant inflatable slide. We also have our goat pen located just a few steps away from the fun zone where guests can visit our baby goats as well as Fancy Pants, our live goat mascot, and a lot of kids get a kick out of that.
Wow, that's awesome. Sounds like you guys have a lot of great things to do. We did not know about the fun zone of the goat pen the day we went. I bet a lot of families in the summer youth program really enjoy that. But maybe if we promoted those areas to the young, those areas along with kids around the bases, we can get more younger families to show up to the event and actually kind of want to stay.
And how many people are in your program in total? How many people usually show up for the summer outings? What would you consider to be a good turnout?
We have about 200 families in the program with ages ranging from kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade. For the Wolfpack event, we had, I'd say, about 300 people sign up in total, which is decent, but I think we could get easily up to 400 or even 500 with the right outing.
Gotcha. And what would you say are the goals for these events?
Our goal with these is pretty much to build fellowship in our community. So, we're used to be 3 churches until 2 years ago when they all merged into one. So we're still trying to build it up as a one big community. In addition to the families of the summer youth program, we always like to invite our regular parishioners to these events as well.
Understood. My congregation just went through the same thing, merging with another church across town a few years ago and doing joint events together, including one here at the ballpark. I don't mind saying has been a great way to bring the congregation together and make Mass the next week more lively. But tell me, what time of year do you folks usually schedule these events for? Our season runs from April into the first week of September this year.
So actually, our program runs from April to August, so a lot of the families go on vacation during the summer months. So we usually try to schedule the event toward the beginning of the program on a Sunday in April. Last year the game was at 1 o'clock. That worked pretty well for us and gave our parishioners time to get to the game after 11 o'clock Mass ended, so we kind of went straight there, as well as We just wanted to be careful to avoid Easter weekend because we have a big Easter egg hunt that is very popular with our community.
Understood. And when you do these outings, who usually pays? Do the parishioners cover the cost, or does the congregation take care of it?
So we actually cover the cost. Again, the goal of the events is to build fellowship with the community, so we want as many people to attend as possible. Our pastor is very passionate about making these events as big as possible.
That's good to hear. And how do you guys promote these events?
We try to promote as much as possible flyers around the church, as well as our newsletter during church announcements. Last year we also promoted during the Easter egg hunt, so set up hockey event where our pastor took a few shots on goal and everything.
Well, that sounds like a great event. We've worked with a lot of churches in the area that have held similar activities and even had our mascots show up to help drive ticket sales.
Oh, that'd be great. So yeah, if we could have a mascot here next year, I think they'd really enjoy that.
So what is the price range per ticket that you have looked for in the past?
Last year with the Wolfpack, we charged $22 per ticket for the upper level seats. We would have preferred seats closer to the ice, but that wouldn't have, that would have been about $30 per person, which is outside our price range. But again, we want this event to be as big as possible, so our goal is to get good seats at an affordable rate to purchase as many tickets as possible.
Gotcha. So price is important, and getting a good number, the ultimate goal. And how do decisions get made in these outings? Is there a committee that selects the arena and options?
Yep. Yeah, we do have a parish committee that makes the decisions. We actually have our next meeting scheduled for later this week, so you have great timing with this.
Oh, well, glad to hear it. Well, based on what you've told me, Kyle, I have a big suggestion. We have a special rate available to religious communities that purchase 125 or more tickets, where we can offer field box seats, which are located in our infield right up close to the action at a discounted rate of $11 each, as opposed to 17 day of game or 14 in advance. So if you guys purchase 300 tickets, that would come to $3,300, which would be half the cost of the seats you purchased with the Wolfpack in the upper deck. We have a 1:10 game on Sunday, April 25th, where we can accommodate a group of 300 or more. And like the game you attended with your family last year, it will feature a post-game Kids Run the Bases activity. And one more perk is that we have an open slot for our pre-game performance of our national anthem that day. So if your community choir is interested, we'd love to have them for an on-field performance.
Oh, wow. That anthem would be a thrill for those kids. They definitely, would they get to perform around home plate?
Yep. So this performance would take place at home plate just before the game. So kids would, even the younger children wouldn't be rushing to get home. And it would also be available for a group of approximately your size to sit behind the third base line near the home team's dugout, which is a really nice view, as well as a great spot to see the performance, looking over home plate.
Wow. I think our group definitely would love, doing that for the day.
Oh, terrific. Well, all we need in order to book is a 25% deposit and co-signed agreement. The seats are, going to move pretty quickly, so it would be something we want to do as soon as possible.
Okay. Yeah. So right now, I can't make any decisions yet, but until I talk to the committee at the meeting. But this all definitely sounds great. I can definitely put in a good word when we meet next week.
Okay, understood. What I can do is shoot you over an email going over everything that we discussed. I can also include a few sample flyers that we made for other congregations, just so you see what we can do. Also, I'd be happy to attend the meeting myself in case there are any questions that come up. My goal is to make this process as easy as possible for you folks, so it'll be no problem to swing by.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Let me talk to the committee and get back to you on that. It'd be nice to not have, be present in all the information, needed. Now, just one more quick question. Say we wanted to book 400 tickets. If we can get more people from the congregation to come out this year, would there be an opportunity to sell back any of those tickets if we're not able to use them all?
Yes, you would be able to drop it to 20% of your order, so long as it's done no later than 2 weeks prior to the event.
Okay. Yeah, can you include that in the email as well?
Of course.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Sean. I'll be in touch soon once I talk to the committee. We'll talk about having you come to the meeting as well. But this all sounds great.
My pleasure. Have a goat day, Kyle.